The best key flute. So what is the best key flute for a flute player? What is the best key flute for you? We do an exercise at workshops, and it goes like this. Do it on your voice. And everybody can do this. It's simply to make the sound of a siren. What does an ambulance siren sound like? Join me, try it. It looks silly, but it's really valuable. And now, do it again, but on the way up, stop at any tone you'd like and hold that tone. And make it beautiful. Give it a little vibrato. And now, play your flute. Pick up a flute, any key flute. This is an A minor I happen to be using. And just try the middle note. Play that note, and at the same time, I'm going to start humming, and I'm going to do that sirening slowly from the bottom up. That at a certain point, you're going to hear the sound change. The raspy sound created by both the flute and my humming all of a sudden evens out. It totally changes character. When I'm in tune with the flute. If I'm humming the same pitch as the flute, you can hear the change. And then you can take your lips away and keep on humming, and you'll find that you're singing, humming the same note as the flute. And now play a game and slide your voice up a little bit and back and down a little bit and back. And play with going out of tune and in tune with your flute. Play with that for a little while, and I'm doing this really quickly. Okay, in practice, I worked on this for a year, and it was such a valuable experience. That year was amazing because I learned to match pitch on my voice with my flute. Next step is, when you've got the middle note, we're going to go one note lower. I'm going to close a finger, but keep my voice where it was, and then I'm going to slide my humming down. I'm going to slide my humming down to the next lower note. Sounds like this. I'm sliding up and down between those two notes. Ooh. And after a while, you'll be able to hit those notes directly. Ooh. Next lower note down. These are actually the do, re, mi notes. You can sing do, re, mi, re, do if you want, or any other vocables you want to use. You could use numbers or nonsense syllables or anything you'd like. Okay. Now we've got 3 notes. The next game is we're going to do the same thing but go all the way to the bottom note. And I'm going to slide down each note with my voice. bottom note is actually called La on the scale. If you want to do the La, Do, Re, Mi, La, Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do, La, La. And believe me, I never in my life imagined I would be singing in front of a camera to something that's going to go out over YouTube, because I was told, you be a hummer. I was actually told, don't sing. And I never sang until I started playing this instrument. This instrument taught me how to sing. And why is that valuable? There's a lot of reasons. When you start singing with your flute and you get some practice with it, now all of a sudden you don't need your flute to make up melodies. You make them everywhere. You make them in your car. You make them walking down the street. If you can go, I added the top two notes because I happen to know them. La, do, re, mi, sol, la, sol, mi, sol, la, sol, re. All of a sudden you start singing them. You're making up melodies in your head. You're making them in your sleep. You'll be waking up with melodies. And you'll hear the next note before you play it. And that's something called audiation. I've been told this by psychologists. When you're able to hear your next note before you play it, magic happens. Your brain, your melody driving engine of where you want the melody to go, all of a sudden gets in sync with your flute playing. You're not just putting down fingers in random places and going, oh, that was cool. You're actually experientially, emotionally setting the direction of your melody by hearing it first. Because you can sing it, you can hear it first, and then you're going to play it. So, getting back to the title of this, what is the best key flute for a flute player? There's a lot of systems for that. Some of the systems use chakras, and some of them use vibrational theory, and they calculate the best vibration for a particular person based on their body or their breathing resonance or whatever. My version of it is, since this experience, my version is find the flute whose range, the key of flute whose range matches your most natural voice. The easiest singing, I've been told this is called your tessitura range, the range where the bottom note and the top note are both easy. Almost all voices can easily cover an octave. You'll find that most liturgical music, most missals in churches, and most singing that's done by a church community are within an octave range. So most hymns are within an octave range because it's easier for people with no musical training on their voice to sing those. So we've got an octave range under our fingers. Give that a try and try different flutes. If you can easily sing the bottom note, ba, oh, and sing it beautifully, oh, that's your key of flute. So experiment with that and really get into your body and feel where you're most comfortable. And I believe it's a great thing to experience that and find the most natural key of your voice and get into playing that flute. So enjoy.